shit, I'm gonna have to do it to the click so I get it on beat. Boom, 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 boom. That's how I'm gonna do it, just like that. That's what I want. Cool noise will work. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I produced, arranged, wrote, and played all the instruments practically on both of my first two albums. So this was a completely different experience. Can we turn this thing off?
That's hard.
That's pretty it. I mean, that's basically it. The majority of these songs were written and recorded in the studio by me simply showing up with the producer and us sitting down and creating something on the spot.
I met Mayer just from a cold call meeting. I think he was going around interviewing record producers, which is always a good idea. You should go meet everybody that's, available to take a meeting and has worked on stuff that you like. And you can't really tell what something is until you're sitting in the room with that person.
Greg he's a perfectionist like me. That's the side of him that I think we really connected on. He plays every instrument at like an astonishingly great level. I wish I could play one instrument as well as he plays all of them. To have that kind of guy work, on your team, it's priceless, man.
It's not my name on the front of the record, and I feel like I am the movie director. I don't want to be starring in the movie. I don't want to be in front of the camera. I want to be helping frame and pick the right lens and the lighting and the setting and the whole thing to tell the most compelling story. And, Mayer is a really compelling storyteller and has a very strong sense of aesthetics and what he likes and what he doesn't like, and I love that. I love working with people that know what they want.
This thing that I have called booth vision. And the idea goes like this. A person inside the booth cannot see things from the same perspective that somebody outside of the booth can see it from. An artist within his own career is in the booth. And he's doing things that he wants to do as an artist, but a lot of times he doesn't have the benefit of an outside perspective. And that, I think, is the most important thing that a producer brings to the table. At the end of the day, producers can do beats and they can come up with chord progressions, whatever, but the biggest asset that a producer has, I believe, is his vision. And it's that perspective, that vision that a producer brings to the table and shows it to an artist and says, hey, okay, you've been doing this up until this point. What about this?
I knew if I was going to be working with different producers on the record that there would have to be some sort of glue that was holding everything together so that it didn't just sound like a random compilation. I quickly realized that it was going to be on me to be the glue. So I co-produced pretty much every song on the record.
I guess in my mind, what I'm thinking at a time is, what will a kid 30 years down the road be rolling around to? Like I used to roll around through Laurel Canyon listening to like Steely Dan, Deacon Blue.
I went down to Miami to work with Jack, and I show up and he's wearing the biggest sunglasses you've ever seen in your life. He's definitely an eccentric dude. And off the bat, I was kind of like, wow, man, this guy is really different. But he helped to push me in a different direction. But at the same time, he's got a really solid foundation of hip hop and soul and funk, and I think that's why we just kind of instantly connected right away.
I always like to juxtapose energies, and I kind of know that if I set a musical bed that's something real classic and pretty, that we could always get a bit subversive lyrically. Oftentimes I'm the one that has to kind of nudge the artist to go there. Luckily enough, with Mayer, he kind of has those instincts anyways.
You are the guy that lifts, like what Donald Fagen did with Steely Dan and Skunk Baxter and all those guys. They were bringing like a incredible level of musicianship to people who could still appreciate it at that time. That's why me and you love it. Your voice can lift that up and bring that shit to a world where people can appreciate that again.
What you said last time about just telling the story really stuck with me. And I want to just paint the picture in the most vivid manner possible. Pharrell was the guy who initially reminded me of the importance of storytelling. You know, his advice for me was to throw everything else out and just focus on telling the story. He always said that he pictured me as like a stadium artist, and my fans would be drinking Bud Light and smoking joints on the lawn.
The melody bothers me on that one.
That's more like
See the fire in your eyes. Tell me what you're thinking.
Okay, so that melody on them line, like both times that it comes around.
Yeah,
I kind of wish it was
chorus?
something that. Yeah, I kind of wish it was something a little bit more leady. It feels like a hook. And I feel like I would love an answer, more of an answer. It kind of feels like a little R&B-ish, and I think the rest of the song, outside of those two parts, is so much bigger than R&B. It's like kind of like stadium music. I'm like, man, I want to be at that concert standing next to one dude smoking weed with a fucking Bud Light in his hand. You know what I mean? It's that type of shit. You know, and it's so good. A 60-year-old that loves Steely Dan is coming to this show, and a fucking young hipster's gonna come. And I think when you go there, it's like they both look and go, R&B? It's already R&B when you start playing those jazzy chords and roads.
Yeah.
I don't need you to do that.
Yeah,
I need you.
It's gonna
I need
be
you
there regardless, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, listen. You gotta understand what your strength is in this, and
I liked that. I liked the idea of that, and it helped me to sort of focus on a direction.
Hey! Ho!
Oh my God.
Hey!
Well, you gotta stop it. I forgot about this track.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, take it
You're
back.
gonna bug because this shit is done already.
Go.
Right?
Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! Hey! Ho! Hey!
Yep.
All right. That's it?
Yep, that's it.
This is my dream come true. Listen to me, man. Man, you're so fucking talented, bro. Because that's like, that's real.
Man.
That's real shit.
Yeah.
That's that storytelling, man.
OMG.
The illest shit about it.
Yeah.
Man, that shit's fucking amazing,
It's
man.
great, right?
It's amazing, bro.
It's a good song.
Nah, it's
Both
not a
those are
good
really
song.
good,
Like, yo, man. If only you could see what I see, bro.
I mean, it's half you.
Yeah, but I'm just thankful to be a part of something that's great. You know, like I make music, that's my day job, but like
That's
it's
the
not
key.
often when we just get when someone is understanding who they are and you trusted me. That's why I'm thankful because
Yeah.
we went into a different direction. That shit like I felt
Budweiser in a joint.
a Budweiser in the joint, man.
In the Chrysler LeBaron, white with black velvet seats.
It's his second career. It's so weird. You know, this guy that he's become in this album. And everyone, you know, everyone has footage, you know, of like people who contribute to an album, sort of big the person up or whatever. But it's really been a very interesting transformation. It was a self-transformation. He did it himself. This is the day and age of like the singer-songwriter. And it's a place where people like Mayer, that guy is way more interesting than like, you know, the blonde hair, blue-eyed fucking pop singer who's just, you know, talking about heartbreak all day long. It's just time for people's stories to be told. You know, I feel like his album is much more of like it's like they're doing a study on Ann Arbor, Michigan, and he's like the reporter, and he's just telling stories.
That's a big jump. You know, as many times as you do it, it's still weird. You know, to just walk into a room with somebody who you may not even know. But at the same time, you're working with somebody, and that takes a lot of the pressure off of me. You know, so it was a sort of yin and yang. It made me a much better producer working with all these guys. Harpoon doesn't give a fuck at all, and he's a creative force, man. It helped to just keep that mind frame of having no rules.
It's just like we come in and then he loves fun shit. Like he loves playing around with stupid ideas and just making them work in a song somehow. The way me and Mayer kind of like done our thing is like, let's not worry about the production because like, you know, John's a better producer than both of us put together probably.
John is a really interesting guy. He's definitely the most experimental producer that I worked with on this record too. He really can look at it from a completely different perspective. We tried a lot of crazy experimental things with those songs, and it was really just about throwing all those rules again out of the window. It's really incredible. Oh.
You know, we sit down in a room, we play records, we talk about what we like, what we don't like, you know, certain songs that we fuck with, harmonies in certain sections, you know, the dopest bass lines, whatever, and then Steve will pick up his fucking P-bass and start rocking a crazy bass line. It's like, okay, let's build around that. You ever get in a room and sit in a room with like your homies and it's like just shit talking and that's all you're doing and it's like small talk. That's how our sessions with Mayer have been. It starts that way and then you look up and the song's finished. And that's how it's been. I'm close. I need one hit. It's like dum 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 dum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it does need some kind of solo, like guitar thing over it too.
Yeah, it needs one of those, yeah.
Oh, that's incredible! I am going to crack up every time that comes in.
All right, what sound am I looking for, Steve?
We want like a nice big.
We wanted to actually have us on harnesses and figure out a way that we could jump in the air and freeze at the end of the show. How amazing would that be? process. I think all the best material that we got on this album just came out of pure fun, and it was about, you know, we don't need to do anything, you know, so what do we want to do? You know, what would be the most fun thing to do right now? And that was definitely like a huge catalyst in the making of this record, was throwing all the other rules out the window and just really focusing on having fun. It sounds so simple, but that's really what it is.
Sorry, I'm not counting. There we go.
Remember the time that I saw you drinking champagne through a straw. I asked if you minded